Bombing, episode 14. Welcome back to another episode of Bombing. This is a comedy podcast. This is the okayest podcast in the world. And we talk about stand-up comedy and bombing on stage. This is episode 14. A very special episode. We're going to talk a lot about comedy in this one. And then just, a bunch of other stuff when we talk about it. You think 14 episodes in I'd have an intro down.
You'd think so. You think you wouldn't be so weird about it.
Let's just get into the episode, dude. We have really big news.
Huge news.
Big news coming out of as far as our stand-up careers go. Hayden and I booked our very first show.
Hey!
Our first show ever. It's a real show. There's a poster of us. I'll put it up here. And it's a legit show, and it's a month away, and so we have a month to prepare for it.
Mm-hmm. Never been booked on a real show before. All we've ever done, even back in Nashville, was just we signed up for open mics.
Just shitty open mics with no real end in sight. And this lady hit us up, and she said, "I've seen you guys around town. I'm putting a show together. Would you like to be on it?" And we said yes.
We said we'll think about it.
Yeah, I don't really know. How much am I getting paid?
Yeah,
but
no, we said yes instantly because how exciting is that?
And that just made our whole year. It made all this worth it. So we're gonna be on our first show, and it's gonna be the audience is like gonna be real people, not just nervous open micers waiting for their turn.
Other mentally ill folks.
That's right. And I think it's $15 at the door. Are we getting paid for this?
I have no idea.
I don't think we are, but maybe we are.
I don't care. I don't care either I'm just
way.
excited to go up in front of like a real crowd.
That's right.
Because like there's something to be said about just normal people.
Yeah.
Because people that go to sign up for an open mic, not normal folks. Ill
comedians.
Damaged.
Broken.
Poor at decision making.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so you're talking to an echo chamber.
That's right.
When you're at an open mic, because you're all there. You're all just doing the same thing.
You're just waiting to go up. You're not even really paying attention. And what a real crowd will do is they're just mindlessly paying attention. And
they'll also tell you what's actually funny.
That's right.
Because some of your jokes you'll tell to a real crowd and they'll flop.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, oh, hey. Maybe not do that one so much. But then other ones that we get maybe like a chuckle at an open mic might kill in front of a room full of normal folks.
Yeah.
Because
they're not like invested like a open micer is. They're not like thinking about going on next.
Yeah.
And they're not thinking about like, that's interesting. He did that last part first and that was cool.
Mm-hmm. Or this guy touched on this. Maybe, I could go up next and do a tag on there.
I've heard him do this material before. Yeah, it's just like they're just there for a show.
Yeah.
And so normal crowds are a lot easier than open mic crowds.
Yep.
But it's a month out. I forget the date. We'll put it here.
Yeah.
We'll put the date here. And if you're in Los Angeles, May 22nd. That's what I thought it was. May 22nd.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, don't really quote us there. But if you're in Los Angeles, come and watch us do our very first show ever, dude.
That's crazy. Dude, that's a huge milestone.
We started doing open mics in Nashville.
In 2019. And then some stuff happened. And then we went back to doing open mics.
Then some silly stuff happened.
Yeah, some silly long things happened. But
man, we moved to Los Angeles just full of doubt. Still got some doubt, but it's tampered down more.
Yeah.
We moved out here and we started doing mics on sidewalks while cars would go flying by and honk at you.
Yeah.
And then we finally got into these weird, shitty open mics. And
not all of them are shitty.
No.
Some of them are kind of fun.
No, but they're all shitty when you in the big.
I mean, compared to
big scheme here.
Yeah.
And someone took notice. This is the first time anyone has taken notice.
Someone reached out to us.
Yeah, and they said, "Hey, I've seen you around. You boys are funny. How about you come and do 10 minutes?" I think that's what we're doing. Come on down.
Maybe 15, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was just cool. Like, it was cool to see, like, the hard work paying off. Because, dude, all we've been doing since, like, December really of last year was just all the open mics were closed, but whatever. We were finally able to. Doesn't matter. But all we've been doing is just like hammering these open mics just every single week. It was like a non-stop onslaught
for nothing, for no real reward
of open mic spots, and we just didn't take our foot off the gas. And now finally we get like a little inkling of
some props.
Yeah, some props, like the fruits of the labor. So it's cool to see that finally pay off.
I feel so good now.
Yeah,
because it just showed like, okay, so it wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
Because there's people out there that think we're funny and that will pay to see us. These people are going to pay money for me to go, hey, what about fucking diarrhea?
Yeah.
How about that? That's weird.
Yeah. They're instead of buying 2.5 gallons of gasoline, they're gonna come and see us.
That's right. They could get a Dr. Pepper.
You get a bunch of Dr. Peppers.
Yeah. $15, you could get a Dr. Pepper and a hot dog. But instead, they're coming to see us, dude.
That's neat.
I'm pretty stoked. First show ever. We've been doing this a year and a half, kind of, because of the disease thing.
I don't really know when I started in stand up, like doing open mics now, because like there was a
9-month gap.
Dude, it was longer than that.
Was it?
Yeah.
I was blackout most of the pandemic.
I spent most of the pandemic trying to go to bed while the room was spinning because all I did was drink.
That's right.
So
I was not present for most of the pandemic.
And looking back, it's a blur. There are month gaps that I just don't remember. Yep. So
I know last year, December, don't even remember it.
Yeah, man.
I don't even think I was here.
I remember I had like a job, but it's all fuzzy.
Yeah.
It's a big old speed bump.
When anytime someone asks me how long have you been doing comedy, I take however long it's been for real since my first mic, and then I just take like 9 months off of it. Like COVID, I just delete it from the thing, and then it's just like that's the really.
It was a little over a year, dude. It was longer than that.
Well, whatever.
But when we got to LA, by the time we did our first shitty on the sidewalk outside open mic, we had been not doing stand up for longer than we had been doing stand up since we started.
That's right.
That's how big that gap was.
So yeah, we were about a year in, I guess.
Maybe.
Okay, work with me here. How long are we in? How many more times are you gonna be like, nope?
I don't know.
I think a year.
I don't know, dude. I think I'll start counting, like on this run that we did. Because fuck those outside open mics. I mean, it was like stand up, but like not really.
Yeah, even I guess Third Coast. I mean, we did a good run there. I don't discount Third Coast, of course, because that's where it all started.
Yeah.
But there we had a solid run at Third Coast in Nashville, and then just a big blackout.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the sidewalk mics were like here and there, but it was really maybe 3 months ago where we really started hitting it heavy.
It was like January.
So we've done comedy a couple times.
Yeah.
That's pretty much.
We've done it a few times, but anyway, the point of all this is that it's finally starting to pay off, and it's very exciting to see. And I'm excited for this show.
If you're in Los Angeles, come see us next month at the show.
We'll put the details in the description.
That's right.
Or on the screen somewhere.
And come watch us.
Yeah.
Just do what we've been practicing. It'll be a good time. In other comedy news, this is big news. The Comedy Store Potluck open mic has been brought back.
Yep.
That happened last week, so this is breaking news.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. First time since March of 2020. All the other like big clubs, their mics have opened up. I don't know why it took the store so long, but it finally happened.
And the Comedy Store open mic is the most important open mic.
Yeah.
For open micers.
The potluck mic is the crown jewel of doing like open mic stand up in LA.
Because you got people watching you. You have peers that you look up to in the audience watching you every week. And
well, they're in the hallway in the back, not paying attention to you, but still.
Yeah.
They're there, you know.
Yeah.
They're there.
But you got eyes on you.
Yeah.
The people that you want to watch you watching you, and all these other mics are just practice, and the the Comedy Store mic is the big leagues, and it's finally back.
Yep.
And how it works is you sign up, you email them Friday at noon, and then the following Monday you get an email at noon to see if you got on or not.
That's the other thing. It's immediate.
Yeah.
Like they give you an email around like 12:30, and it's like, hey, you're going up in 6 hours. So
be ready.
yeah, so be ready.
So we signed up, and Hayden got on.
I got on.
There's 200. What did you say? 200.
Yeah, there's like 250 people will throw their name in the hat, and like 16 comics get picked.
Yeah.
So just by sheer numbers luck, I got picked for the first Comedy Store Potluck mic since 2020.
That's right. It's back. He got picked. It's random, and it was the fucking coolest thing ever. I went. It was so fucking cool.
It was the coolest night of my entire life. So I leave for work, and I have an extra pair of clothes packed. and I'm not thinking I'm getting on this thing because it's like a 12-13% chance or something that you get picked, and I'm sitting at work and my phone buzzes and I get the email, and I'm just like, oh my god, my coworkers are like, wow. I was like, dude, I'm gonna go up at the Comedy Store tonight, and they were like, dude, that's great, yeah, that's awesome news, and I was just freaking out, and I just couldn't wait for my shift to end. That was the longest shift of my entire life, and I was just like psyching myself out. And so where I work, it's like a 15-minute walk from the Comedy Store in West Hollywood. And so I leave work, with my joke book, and I'm walking down. And if anyone familiar with like the Sunset Strip, I get 90% of the way there, and then there's that slight right-hand turn where it goes straight, and I see the sign. I see the Comedy Store sign lit up, and they already have the lights going. And then I got nervous. Then my heart sunk. I was like, oh, this is really happening. Holy shit, this is it. And I walk up, and I check in with the security dude, and just hang out in the rotunda, smoke about 4 or 5 cigarettes, and then and then they finally open the doors, and
that's when I got there, right when they opened.
Yeah, and then you pulled up, yeah.
And smoked like two cigs outside. Got a drink, and
I was just the whole time I was just like looking at like Letterman, Robin Williams, Pryor, Burr,
yeah,
all of them up there, and I was like I cannot believe that I'm here right now.
Yeah, so they lead us in, and they seat us at the comedian's booth area, which is the same spot we sat at when Bobby Lee got us in. Mm-hmm. And so we were sitting there again, and that felt cool for me. I was like, oh, we're back here again, but now it's like, now we have like a reason to be here, instead of just him getting us in. And what was great, dude, it felt like Third Coast a little bit. But it was cool because I liked how it was sanctioned off. The comedians were all in this back corner, and then like just far enough away was like the stage, and then a horseshoe of a real audience.
Yeah, it's like you keep a bunch of cows in a stable and like a pen back there. That's where all the comics sat.
And it was cool.
Contained away from everybody else.
That's right. I liked how we were all together, and the audience was separate.
The show started, and I was third, just by name in the hat. I was going on third, and so the first comic goes. And then the second comic goes, and I move over to the side of the OR where you're about to go on stage. There was it wasn't like packed, but like it was like 80% full. Mm-hmm. The most people I'd ever done stand up in front of, and like my leg was bouncing, and I was just like, oh man, the piano was going, and I remember the host brought me up, and I think there's 4 steps onto the stage in the OR, and the first 2. They were in like normal real-time speed, and then I hit the third one, and I reached out and I shook the host's hand, and then I took the fourth, and it was like slow motion, and then I walked up, and I put my left hand on the mic that was in the stand, and I turned to face the audience, and there was like a millisecond where I was like, dude, every comic that I've ever looked up to, anybody that ever mattered in stand-up comedy, has had this view right here on this stage,
right there,
and it probably only lasted like a second, but it felt like 2 minutes.
Heck yeah.
And then as soon as I popped the mic out, it all revved up, and then I went right into my set, and it was like anything else, dude.
Heck yeah. How do you feel about the set? Because I thought you did good.
I did well. I didn't kill, but I did well. I did better than I thought I would.
I've heard you do those jokes 1,000 times,
Yeah.
and I think you did them the same way you always do them.
That was
which worked.
That was the other thing. That was like I had my notebook up there, but it was almost like just for show, because like I just memorized what I was doing up there, and it was one of the first times that start to finish I just had all those bits down, because they're all bits that I'd literally spent a year doing.
Yeah.
And dude, it was just really cool, and it was cool seeing the other like comics in the back of the room like laugh at stuff I was doing. It felt really good. I didn't run the light.
Which they stress you not to do.
They stress. And then I remember it was over like that.
Yeah.
Like it didn't even feel like 3 minutes. And like as soon as I got up there, that's how fast I was walking off, and I shook the host's hands again, and walked off. And then it hit me when I was walking back to sit down back at the table. I sat down and I was like, I just did my first set at the Comedy Store.
Heck yeah, dude.
My first ever set at the Hollywood Comedy Store.
That's right.
And it just it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like I almost got like goosebumps. And
dude, and now we get to go every week.
Yeah.
Every week, finally.
Yeah.
Finally, now we get to go every week.
And now I don't feel like it was weird. As soon as I got off that stage, I didn't feel like a fraud anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, not only in comedy, but like every time I went to the store before then, even when it was closed, when I would like ride my bike out there just to like touch the building, you know what I mean? It was always like, you're like LARPing basically. Even we'd go to shows there, and it was like, yeah, but we're just here to see people. And like as soon as I got off that stage, I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. Soon, this is gonna be it. I belong here. I'm getting here.
I felt the same.
It was very cool.
The Comedy Store opening back up their open mic was the last puzzle piece in everything, and it without that puzzle piece it like wasn't complete, the whole vision and stuff. But when they opened up the open mic, it just the whole puzzle, it all made sense. Everything, how we these open mics we go to are their practice for that.
Yeah.
And the same with the Laugh Factory and the Improv. We go to these open mics and we practice, and then we go to the club open mics and we perform, and it just changed my whole thinking about open mics.
It was that last like cog in the machine.
That's right.
It was the last piece that put it all together.
Because until they opened up the Potluck, we were just sort of mindlessly doing open mics. I mean, we were trying to get better, and we were trying to get better at our jokes, but like for what? Because and like them opening up that was like the end of the pandemic almost, because it's like, okay, now everything's back to normal.
Yeah.
And
there was always this amorphous in the background that like, okay, eventually we'll make it to the Comedy Store.
But when
it was
that'll happen sometime.
It was very cloudy, and then actually getting in and doing a set there, it cemented it. Like it made it pushed all the fog out of the way. It made the vision very clear.
It brought it here in a day, bro.
Dude, in 6 hours.
Yeah.
Just brought it into focus.
And I was like, like, okay, so we keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
And then just every week we go to the Comedy Store open mic, or these other, the Laugh Factory open mic, and that's where we show ourselves.
Yeah.
That's where the eyes are watching. That's where real people go, hey, that was funny. I've seen you here like 5 times here at the open mic at the Comedy Store. I need an opener in the belly room.
Yeah. And they punch you up there.
Yeah, are you down? Can you do, 10, 15? And you're like, yeah, I can do that. And then that I now 100% see the whole
trajectory, the whole path, yeah.
Because there was something missing.
And yeah.
And I saw the end. I saw like, okay, that's kind of how you do it, but how do I get there? And that last piece, dude, they said the Comedy Store open mic's back, and it just fucking completed the whole thing for me. And it changed the way I thought about my jokes. I've been working harder on my jokes now, because now they matter.
Yeah, now they do matter.
Weird.
Yeah.
Because dude, we would fucking look. have a few drinks, and go to an open mic and just be like, what
Hey,
about this?
Yeah.
But now, dude, the second they did that, now it's like, oh, wait a minute. These matter now.
There's consequences.
That's right.
There's real consequences.
That's right.
Because, dude, if I had gone up there and like, I said before, I didn't like kill, I didn't crush, but I did very well. But I could have just as easily gone up there with like some of my other jokes and just ate shit, like 0 laughs, ate shit. And it's like that's in front of a real audience.
That's right.
So the consequences are now like serious, they're real, and they're right there in front of you.
And you don't want to bomb in front of those people that
No.
are sitting in that room. You don't want to bomb, obviously, just in front of the crowd, but more importantly, in front of the door guys, in front of the other comedians that you'll eventually be friends with. You know, when you go to those real shows, it's like you got to really bring your shit.
Yeah.
Last week, you and I on the podcast, we posted a clip of us quoting a line from The Princess Bride, and it got a couple of comments that they were like, that was funny how you guys knew the lines. The Princess Bride is our favorite movie.
Yeah, it might be the best film ever made.
It could really be the best movie.
It's got it all. It's got action. It's got adventure.
Love,
it's got love.
Loss.
Take
over a castle, storming a castle.
It's got everything. It's set in the perfect time. And
betrayal.
The characters are perfect.
Monsters.
Yeah, dude.
And also, The Princess Bride is the most quotable movie.
Rodents of unusual size?
That's right. ROUSs.
I don't think they exist.
Physic! He is getting away from us! Most quotable movie ever, dude.
Dude, I love that movie to death.
The Battle of Wits.
The Battle of Wits has begun.
Clearly, I cannot choose the wine in front of you.
Yeah, dude.
Most quotable movie ever, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Anybody want a peanut? Why do you keep looking back that way? I think somebody is following us. Inconceivable.
Inconceivable. You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
When they're climbing the rope, he is gaining on us.
Yeah. He is gaining on us. Dude, Andre the Giant.
Inconceivable. I fucking love that movie, dude.
I must duel him left-handed.
Do whatever you want. I am not left-handed. And he was like, neither am I.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. What was the machine?
Welcome to the pit.
Welcome.
The pit of despair.
To Blave.
He goes, don't even think about don't even think about trying to escape.
Oh, dude.
And To Blave was when they visited Miracle Max.
To Blave, which clearly means to bluff.
Which means you were probably playing cards and he cheated. Liar! Liar!
They were in love.
They were in love. He said true love.
True love. True love.
We could sit here for an hour and just quote that movie, dude. It's so good.
Oh, my God.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Stop saying that! Hello! Dude, I fucking that's my favorite movie of all time. The Dwayne Pirate Roberts. Dude, most quotable movie ever, and dude, it's really just got it all.
Father, guide my sword.
Guide my sword.
And he goes, with the dish.
Yeah, and then leans on the knot.
He gives up.
Dude,
not to 11. So stupid, dude.
Yeah, man. Dude, the thing with the drinks, the Battle of Wits. You chose wrong.
You only think I chose wrong.
That's what's so funny. Is this just gonna be a whole segment of us quoting?
I'll just keep thinking of quotes.
You have 6 fingers on your left hand. Somebody's looking for you. Thunk! You just knock his ass out. Do you want to go back to where I found you? Unemployed in Greenland.
What was the throw me the rope? What was that? I could wait for you up here.
Yeah. So the man.
Do you mind or something like that?
Yeah, dude, I love the politeness. There was like a gentleman's agreement in there, and he's hanging from the rocks, and he goes, I could kill you now. Yeah. And he's like, or he like offers him the rope, and then he's sitting up there, and he just looks up, he goes, Throw me the rope.
Throw me the rope. And then he gets up there, dude. The man in the mask gets up there, and he grabs the sword, and he goes, no, take a seat, or whatever.
Take a seat.
Take a seat. The quicksand scene.
Yeah.
Where he grabs the vine and dives into the quicksand.
That's the epitome of what a man is, dude. Your girl goes down quicksand, you gotta have answers, dude.
There better be a vine nearby.
You need answers. Being a man's about having answers, dude.
The man in the mask has answers.
Yeah, he does. Humpadink. Humpadink. Oh, man.
Humpadink.
And, dude, that cuck ass king, he's like, man and wife. Same man and wife.
He sucked.
Dude, that guy, what a prick.
That guy stinks.
That guy stinks. Or how about he's talking to he's talking to like the princess. He's like, well, if this is your true love, I shall send my 4 fastest ships in every direction. Just bullshit, total bullshit.
Yeah.
Fine, to the death. And he goes, no.
To the pain.
To the pain.
That's it.
He's like, I shall cut out your tongue. And he goes, and then my ears, I suppose. Let's get on with it. He goes, no. Your ears you keep, and I'll tell you why. So that every screech of every wretched babe that cries out, dear God, what is that thing, will echo in your perfect ears. That is what to the pain means. That means I leave you in anguish, wallowing in freakish misery forever.
That is to the pain.
And then he gets up, and there's like the triumphant music, and he goes, drop your sword.
Yeah.
And then, dude, like a fucking bitch, he picks up his dress and goes like, okay.
Yeah, dude, why was... Yeah, dude. Men wore dresses back then.
Yeah.
They came back, too, I guess.
No more rhymes now, I mean it.
Yeah, dude.
Does anybody want a peanut?
We're watching that tonight.
Yeah, dude, fuck it. Yeah, we're doing it. As you wish.
I was about to bring up the next topic. You thought of another one.
Oh, my Wesley.
My Wesley. Oh, fetch me that pot.
As you wish.
As you wish. All
dude.
Sexy as fuck.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Never breaking eye contact with her. As you wish.
Yeah,
whatever, dude.
So this guy's just the coolest guy ever.
Check it out. Here's the Princess Bride. Ready? It's the coolest guy ever. That's the movie.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, we announced that we have an email.
We do.
Finally, a
We have
podcast
viewer email. Please send as many as you'd like.
That's right. Bombingpodcast@gmail.com. Last episode, on episode 13, we read the first email we ever got, and it turned out really nice.
Great questions, by the way, if you're watching.
Yes.
Pristine.
That's right. And we don't look at the emails all week, and we do it live here. So this is week 2 of the email, and we're gonna check it out right now.
Let's check it out.
Okay, this is live. We have not checked this. Here we go. Oh, hey.
Read this out loud.
We don't say names, though. We don't say names.
No names. No, but I know who you are.
You know who you are. Okay, dude. The title of the email says, Ryan, you're still in the back. Motherfucker, dude. He knows who he is.
Yeah.
You're still in the back. Oh, that joke comes from... This was a childhood buddy of Hayden's, and we fucking grew up together.
Back to like middle school. This is forever. Do you want me to read it?
No, I'll read it, but...
All right.
Ryan, you're still in the back. That joke comes from one day I was sitting in the back of the car, and Hayden and this person were making jokes in the front of the car, and I chimed in, and one of you guys said, "Shut up, Ryan, you're in the back," and that's stuck forever.
It's stuck for almost like 15 years.
So, 15 years later, I'm still in the back apparently. So here, I'll read the email. It goes, "Hey guys, I just wanted to say I really like what you're doing and respect the decision to pursue a career that you both love doing no matter what it takes."
Aw.
And that's really nice. It sounds like it's going great so far and you're both really enjoying yourselves. Keep it up. The podcast is hilarious. Liar. And just kidding.
Come on.
And I love watching it every week. If you ever find yourselves touring near Huntsville, I'll probably bleep that.
Keep going.
Let me know, and I'll make it over. Or if you need a place to crash, you know my door's always open. Take care. Signed blank. P.S. What if you put a hamburger in your butt? P.S.S.
Yeah.
I'm not a piece of meat. Dust on the bushes. Ryan's gay, etc. Fuck, dude.
Oh man, that was
There's some inside jokes there.
yeah, there are, but dude,
That won't make sense, but
dude, bro, thank you so much for the
That's a
email.
lot.
I haven't laughed that hard in a minute.
that's really nice.
But to your question, what if we did put a hamburger in my butt?
That's like reverse eating, and you could throw it up, and then you throw up poo or something.
I'm thinking I'd probably fold it.
Yeah.
I'd probably take it and I'd fold it and then try to slide it up there.
Yeah, something like that.
You know what? Really, I need to put like a cone in my butt first, because the burger would fall apart. You just have burger pants. You can't have that.
I hope that answers your question.
So I'd probably put like a cylinder like this big probably in my ass, and then put the burger up there afterwards.
Oh my god, dude.
So I hope
this answers your question. There's a lot of inside jokes there, and no one will understand.
Yeah,
but we understand.
Yeah, and listen, man.
Thank you.
I'm still not a piece of meat, okay? And it doesn't matter how much dust is on the bushes. He's still in the back.
I'm not a piece of meat. All right. Thank you for writing in. Thank you very much. What else do we have? Okay. Well, we have this. We know this person.
Yeah.
We could say this person.
No names. No names.
Okay. We know this person very well. We spent a lot of time with this person. Hold on. Okay. There's no subject to the email.
Very unprofessional, by the way.
Yeah, what are you doing, dude? Yes, smoking weed is for losers. Number one. What was the best moments y'all have had on stage?
The comedy store yesterday night. That was just that was so like mind-numbingly incredible. I mean, we touched on this earlier in the podcast, but like there really was from the second I turned around and I was holding the mic stand and looking out on that crowd, it was like in a packed room, the OR at the Comedy Store. It was like an out-of-body experience. I could not believe that I was about to like tell jokes in the sacred room, in this comedy church of a building. And I can't believe it went as well as it did. I gave it 50-50 that I would shit the bed on stage, but it was literally nothing cooler. And then they have the piano walking you up, and the piano
real music, dude.
Yeah,
like a real a guy playing piano instead of just some dude.
I think it was a lady
on
there
Spotify.
Yeah,
doesn't matter, but like it was a real show. It felt like a real show.
Yeah, and it was cool, and it was cool for the first time since like I considered myself like getting at least decent at stand up. I got to bounce some jokes off of a room full of like tourists and random people. You know what I mean? So that was probably the highlight of doing stand up out here in LA so far was getting to do a show in the OR of the Comedy Store.
That's a good highlight.
Yeah, it is, man. First of many, right?
My favorite moments on stage was the first time I ever went. And it sounds odd. I've had better moments on stage since then, but the first time I ever did stand up, I love that so much, and I have it on video and on audio recording. I love that. That's my favorite because it changed the course of my life forever. I was going one way, which was nowhere, right? I was going down a path where it was just sort of all up in the air, and I did my very first open mic, and I did good. Most people don't, but I did good. And it just totally changed the trajectory of my life, and I found something I love doing. And one day I'll put my first set out there, but that's really the set. I've done better sets since then. I've done really well on stage, at a couple of shows. But the first one, my favorite so far, is my first one.
You only get the first one once.
You only get the first one once, but like it just for what it did, like it
led you here. It led you to
it
go
led
to the
me
Comedy
to
Store in
literally,
LA.
It led me to literally talking words right now.
Yeah.
And who knows where I would have been if I hadn't have gone up my first time. But my first time that's my favorite moment on stage. What else does he say? He says, number 2, what are the worst moments on stage? All right, that's good.
Can I go first?
Sure.
I've told this story before, but we were at, to any new listeners, we were at this open mic. This was probably like 3, 4, maybe even longer than that months ago. It may have been last year. It's been a blur. But I was at this open mic at a place that now we've come to know and love. It's one of our favorite spots in town. It's in West Hollywood. And we were sitting in the crowd, and the first comic goes up, and it's a lady, which is fine. She does all right. And the second comic goes up, and she's a lady too, and then the third comic goes up, and she's also a lady. And I take a look around the room, and every comic there was a chick, except for myself and Ryan. And this wasn't like a ladies' mic night. This was just like some weird roll of the dice happened, and we happened just to be the only 2 guys there. And I started looking over my material. I was like, oh no. It was like watching a train that's about to crash. I was like, dude, none of this is gonna land. Not because like chicks aren't funny or whatever. I'm just saying like I knew what I was walking into. And I go up there, and I get maybe that's still to this day, that's the hardest I've ever fucking bombed.
That was me clapping.
That was the hard. Yeah, that was him in the audience giving the applause.
Yeah, you bombed in front of an all female audience.
I ate shit. They were not having whatever I was serving, and that one hurt. I don't think I said a word the whole car ride home. That was an ego check right there. That was a, hey, you're not shit, mister.
I remember we went to Cantor's after that night.
Yeah, we did.
And we were like filming. We had a video camera, and we were doing like a vlog, and we were like filming each other in the car, a ride from the set to Cantor's, and we were screaming, "I ate a plate of shit!" Like, we just screaming, and then literally threw the whole SD card away.
Yeah, dude.
And just deleted it, cut the SD card up. That footage will never see the light of day.
That might be, knock on wood, the hardest I ever bomb ever. That was the worst moment that I had on stage. Was that?
What was my worst moment on stage? I don't know. I'm the whole time you were talking, I was trying to think of a thing, and I'm not saying like, oh, I'm always good. I've never had a bad moment. I just can't think of like one that, I don't know. I fuck up all the time. I fuck up like a lot to where like one doesn't stand out.
Well, the other thing is that like fucking up on stage now doesn't carry the weight that it used to.
Yeah, because I don't care as much.
I'm fine with bombing now. It used to ruin like my week, and now it's just like, that's another night.
I guess the only example I could think of is like back at Third Coast in Nashville. I remember one time I had a 5-minute long story planned out, and I went up and I was 2 minutes in, and I just fucking forgot the rest of the story.
Yeah.
And
I remember that.
I was talking about how Ruby Falls
gives you diarrhea.
If you drink the water from Ruby Falls, it gives you diarrhea.
Yeah.
And I have this on recording too. Maybe I'll fucking release that. I was 2 minutes into a 5-minute long story, and I was just like, on stage, I was like, I forgot the rest of the story, and then I insulted the host.
You did.
I insulted the host. And then that didn't work. And I went, okay, that's my time. I don't know. But
wow.
That was a bad experience. But I don't know. I don't put that much weight onto bombing anymore.
How good does that feel, though?
So good.
To get over just eating shit.
So good, because I don't care as much now.
Yeah.
The only place I would care is now the Comedy Store open mic that we're doing now. That's the only place I would really it would bother me there. Mm-hmm. But all these mics we do around town, that's just
it's practice, man.
I mean, every night I'll just be like, hey, what about this? Oh, it didn't work. Whatever. On to the next. Good question though.
Very good question.
It continues. How do y'all look back to make a better outcome in the future, like 2 years down the road?
Dude, just doing
is that part of the same question? Hold on.
No, that's a separate question. Just doing like what we've been doing, man. It's like we were talking about, like the Comedy Store Potluck was like that last piece.
Yeah, just
keep
not
grinding.
not taking the foot off the gas.
It's stage time. Get on stage, go to the open mic, spend as much time as you possibly can.
Come home, rewrite,
listen, record your set, listen to it, just grind it out. The more stage time you have, the better. Just flesh it out and just don't let your foot off the fucking gas. That's kind of our strategy going forward. And you just hammer it.
You just keep. I mean, we are full fucking fledged, full steam ahead right now, and I love what we're doing. And
I'm having a blast. This is the most fun I think I've ever had.
I'm having so much fun,
dude. We're in LA. We're doing stand up. Like, this is I didn't know that like life could be this exciting, and if I did, I forgot over the pandemic.
Yeah,
because like this, I'm having the time of my life out here, man. It's very fun.
And that's all right. That's all the emails. Thank you for the emails. If you want to ask us anything, email us it's bombingpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
bombingpodcast@gmail.com. Ask us anything. Tell us anything. Tell us that we stink.
Yeah. Or if you have any like cool stories, write in. I'd love to hear some gnarly shit.
Yeah. You know? if you have a take, if you're going through something and you're like, what are your all's opinions on this? Please email us and write to us. Send us a picture of some dog diarrhea. It doesn't matter. We'll look at it and we'll read it live on the podcast.
Yep.
bombingpodcast@gmail.com. That's every week. Email us for sure. With that being said, this is Bombing episode 14.
Episode 14. Thank you for everyone that is listening.
That's right.
It does mean a lot. And seriously, I cannot stress enough. Please email us. All right, I know like 2 people here. Please send us your stories, send us your questions.
And I'm one of them.
So. Yeah, come on.
bombingpodcast@gmail.com. Email us. We'll answer anything you fucking send us.
Literally anything. If you want our dumbass take on whatever it is, shoot us an email, please.
Hit us up on Instagram. I am Ryan _ Jennings.
I'm Hayden Wyckoff, Haydn.
That's
Wyckoff.
That's right. That's sort of where we post like our day-to-day shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, fucking tune in every week. We're doing one a week, and we have been for 14 straight weeks. So you goddamn know we're gonna do it for another 15 straight weeks, dude. So thanks for watching episode 14.
All right, Trump Jenner 2024.
That's right.
Let's make it happen.
See ya.